Well, I'll start by asking, this is quite a broad question. It's probably going to be quite difficult to answer, but how did you make this movie? Because I spent the entire time just with my jaw just touching the floor because I couldn't believe it wasn't actually shot in space.
Well, that was a big challenge to make the film, because I mean the biggest challenge was gravity itself. You know, it's we're bonded to gravity, and we're doing a film that we have to give the illusion of zero gravity. So we have to invent our own set of tools and technology to be able to make this. What all of these they have in common is that everything was pre-programmed, meaning we have to do a whole animation before we start shooting, with very precise camera positions, choreographies, and light. And that was going to be translated into the cameras, the lights, and the positions of the actors on set. And that required the use of robots, you know, the ones that they use for car manufacturing, adapted for cameras and lights. Also LED lights and very specific rigs that we created. And the use of puppeteers. The puppeteers who did on stage in London, the Warhorse, they were doing the puppeteering of this. And with all of this, I think that the most amazing thing is not the technology, but how Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, they actually delivered those performances with all that truthfulness, with all the limitations that they had.
I was wondering as well, because I read that you've always wanted to be an astronaut. Was this kind of project, was it something that you felt this is almost taking you as close as you're possibly going to get?
Well, I guess so, but this was only a movie, and I would never want to do another space movie again. But I still want to go to space. You know, I would love to go there.
Do you think you will one day?
I hope so. I mean, it's a dream. Yeah, if one of those space things that they're organizing now, if they invite me, I'll be there any second.
And do you think there's any chance in our lifetimes we could see a film made in space, a kind of feature-length movie?
Well, when we start doing this, my first idea was, let's shoot in space. And obviously it was impossible. Yeah.
And I imagine after most projects, you kind of look back on a project and you think of all the hard work you put in, you must feel very proud, very exhausted, and kind of, you know, of the project. But with this, I mean, the hard work and effort that went into this and the years you put into this, you must look back really with so much kind of pride at what you kind of achieved.
Well, I look back and I'm relieved. You know, it's if a fox has been chased by the hounds for 4.5 years, and the fox gets away from the hounds, is the fox happy, proud? No, the fox is relieved. You know, the fox is happy when it's frolicking and mating with another fox and playing with the cubs in the meadows and stuff. Then he's happy. But escaping from the hounds, the fox is relieved.
That's very true. And I was wondering as well, you wrote, because obviously you wrote the screenplay with a very close family member, of course. Yeah. That must have been quite nice for you, because you can say whatever you want. You can be as passionately annoyed with someone who's like a brother and stuff, I suppose. It must have been quite nice to have that experience. You know,
I enjoy working with, in the past, I've collaborated in two of my films with my brother. And in this one, I collaborate with my son. And what is amazing is the same thing with when I work with them or with any other writer collaborating. When we're working, we're just two collaborators. You know, there's no other title. And then the plus is that then you finish working and you are with your brother, with your son, or with a friend. You know, so it's very cool.
Tell us about the decision to make the lead role a female, because you don't often see that in kind of big kind of science fiction, kind of blockbuster type movies. It was quite refreshing, to say the least.
We didn't even question that. It was from the moment that we started writing the screenplay. Even before she had a name, we used to call her the woman. You know, it was a woman, always was a woman. Probably was because of the thematic elements of the film about rebirth and fertility and having Mother Earth as a background. Everything made sense, you know, but we never questioned it. And we didn't want macho heroisms around a story of survival and a story about adversities.
And I was wondering as well, because I mean, obviously you played this in Venice and now you're here sort of showing it at the London Film Festival. That must be one of the real joys of being a filmmaker, is this chance to travel the world and do the festival circuit and show different audiences your creation.
No, that is fantastic. And also, when you do it in the frame of festivals. I've been very lucky that some of my films, they have actually run the same circuit, that goes Venice, Telluride, Toronto, London, and that's is always been a good luck charm for me.
My final question, I'm just wondering, even though, of course, this is a sci-fi, sort of, so to speak, it's very realistic. You haven't kind of created your own world. This is a very kind of honest portrayal of what I imagine space to be like. It must have been really kind of fun, but a real challenge for you to kind of create kind of reality, I suppose, on screen.
Well, we didn't want to create reality. We wanted to honor reality. And that was actually the biggest challenge, because we tried in the frame of our fiction, because this is not a documentary. I mean, it's a fiction, so we have to honor fiction first. But in the frame of that fiction, we tried to be as plausible and accurate as we could in terms of technology and the behavior of things in zero gravity, in space. And that was the biggest challenge. But we wanted to honor that. From the moment we started writing, we decided to set it up in space nowadays, not in the future, not doing a comic book or a science fiction rendition of the future. That in many ways would have been easier because you can take a lot of liberties by it. But we wanted to honor the technology that exists, that I find it so fascinating. I remember when someone suggested doing science fiction, in the future, we said, why? I mean, it's the technology that is up there is so amazing. Why we need to invent something,
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you so much, man.